All right, so this is a concept that you can apply to anywhere in your body that you hold tension, but we'll talk about it today relative to the tailbone since that's what today's post is about. But when your pain is a result of where you hold tension, or when your symptoms are a result of where you hold tension, you want to start by learning to let go of that tension, like learning to create length there, both in your positioning, by using your breath to elongate those muscles. But then they're probably not going to stay elongated because whatever caused the tension to be there in the first place is probably still occurring. It's probably a matter in your daily life, and no amount of stretching or mobility work is going to overcome the way that you move the whole rest of the day. That's just going to put your tension back again. So in order to create change that lasts, you have to consider how you move all day long. So you want to go through your daily habits and ask yourself, like, am I sitting in a way that furthers this tension? Am I sitting this way on my couch at home? Am I sitting this way at my desk? Am I sitting this way when I drive in my car? Like, what kind of sitting habits do I have that's contributing to this tension, wherever it is that I hold? Are you standing in a way that creates this tension? Do you stand for your job? Do you stand for hours at a time? Are you carrying your child in a way that contributes to this tension? Are you holding on in those places because it helps you to provide stability? Can you, now that you've learned what mobility and length in that area feels like, can you now sit or stand or walk and practice creating length in those places, because now you've developed this awareness of what length feels like? And then last, we need to strengthen the muscles that go the opposite direction. So as humans, we're particularly bad at don't. As soon as we say, like, don't clench your bum or don't hold that tension in your hip, like, you're automatically going to do that thing. Don't look at the blank, you're going to look there. Okay, that's just what we do. We don't really register the negative. And so in a case like let's take your tailbone, for example, like, you're holding tension in the back of your hip, maybe a result of a number of different things. As you build up that tension over time, it creates pain in your tailbone, and you've worked on creating length. You have this awareness now of what you're doing throughout the day, but it's hard to just stop doing it. So instead of thinking like, I am not going to clench the back of my hip, you need a different do, because we are much better at doing the thing than we are at not doing the thing. And so in that case, you say, well, can I provide an inward squeeze from my hip? Can I roll my hips a little bit inward? Can I feel my tailbone in a different position? Does that help me let go of this tension? So to summarize, to truly be successful at letting go of tension anywhere in your body, but in today's post around your tailbone, think of it as a 3-step process. So first, we want to create mobility in the places where we hold tension. We want to use positioning and breath to create length in those places. Second, we want to become aware of what do we do throughout our day that is building up that tension, and how can we increase our awareness of the positions and the tasks during our day that are increasing that tension. And last, what can we do instead? What is a different do that allows us to do that do instead of the thing that builds up the tension? So hopefully that gives you something to think about for tailbone pain specifically, but also kind of gives you a platform to be able to apply that to a lot of different situations.